Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be doing a short review on the Mia box. It is an Android TV box, has lots of goodies, 4K, Ultra 4K, whatever you want to call it. Let's get into it. So here it is, guys, the Mia box. I just did a quick unboxing so you don't hear all that rattling and shit. Right here, it's very slim to begin with. It has HDMI, expandable storage via USB stick, or you can put those little small ones in, vice versa. Everybody knows that. Look at that. It's like literally the size of my palm. It's not that big. It doesn't take up a big footprint on your TV stand, which is good, because there's a lot of other Android boxes that are pretty thicker. This one is probably one of the best ones I've got. Comes in the box. Some of them don't even have the HDMI in the box. Comes with HDMI cable, all that good shit. Obviously, power adapter, all that good shit. You know, your manuals and all that good shit. Nobody cares about that. Does anybody even read that shit? So here's the remote for the Mia box. Really nice, sleek. It's slightly taller, I would say, than an Apple TV remote. It kind of reminds me of that, like a little knockoff version. It feels nice, really click. The buttons don't feel cheap at all, so that's also a good thing. The Google Voice, you can see the little dot right there. That's for the Google Voice, so you can talk into it via YouTube when you're in those apps and stuff. And straight out the box, it comes with Netflix, Hulu, Showtime. Let me get into there so you guys can see that. ESPN Sports, Spotify, Pandora, and the list goes on, and CBS and so on. It's a great box. It's priced at $79.99 US. I've seen it Canadian about $120, $129. So that's the price. If you are in Canada, UK, it's probably a lot cheaper. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like on the TV. Like I said, again, this literally can fit in the palm of my hand. The good thing with this, you could take this to a friend's house, vice versa, whatever. You can also watch IPTV on it. So I'm going to show you what all that looks like. This is probably, if you are looking for the IPTV, this is probably the best box, the smoothest box that you can go with. Let me get into some of these features of this box. So before I get into the list of the specs, guys, that this box has in it, you can see obviously this is the Mia box. This is the Apple TV, very thinner, obviously a lot thinner. It's a lot thicker, but it's kind of on that aspect of the Apple, you know, the circle, the middle. Obviously you don't have the little dots around it, you know, guys, everybody should know that, you know, the power button. I actually do like that it has a power button. The Apple TV does not. It just kind of turns on when it turns on, or I think you hit the middle button and it turns on to the menu, vice versa. I'm not an Apple guy. Don't fucking be getting at me like that, okay? Let me get into these specs though. I'm gonna run down some quick specs, not all the specs. All the specs will be in the description below, so you guys, if you're really a spec nerd or you want to, you know all that stuff, it will be in the description below. This has 2 gigs of RAM on board, 8 gigs of memory directly on it. So out the box, it's probably with all the stuff already preloaded. It's about 5, I think 5.6 if I'm not mistaken. But again, you could add that USB stick to the back. Like I said, I'm going to show you what this guy looks like set up on the TV. I'm not really going to get too heavy into the specs. I'm telling you, this is the best box, the slimmest, the nicest looking box I've seen for Android TV on the market. It's pretty much ready, set to go. You have Bluetooth 4.0, so this does use Wi-Fi signal, and you can use Bluetooth 4.0 obviously for controllers to play games, vice versa, all that. I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to show you what the box looks like set up on the TV, and vice versa. I'm not going to get too heavy into it. So, you know, if you want a heavier review, let us know. Leave a comment below and I can give you a more in-depth review if you really would want that, right? It also has bands up to 5G Wi-Fi, so you're going to get a stable Wi-Fi connection. It's not going to be gritty, so essentially you don't have to have your Wi-Fi or your box, your modem box, super close to it. It would be great because obviously it's going to get the best speed for you. It's going to be, you know, super efficient, but this could be on the other side of the house. As long as, you know, that box has good signal, you'll be good. So let's get into this. Let me show you what this looks like directly on the TV, and yeah, let's go.
Okay, enough with the apps. Let's get into the nitty gritty. You got IPTV. Unfortunately, this does not come stock on your Android box. It is subscription based, and we'll post some links below in the description box on some videos on how you guys can get it. So let's watch this magnificent feature, okay? The answer to all your problems, guys. Free is a little bit of a, you know, an overstatement. Does that make sense? But compared to today's prices for cable, satellite TV, whatever you use, This is life, okay? This is life. Local channels. We are from the T-Dot, Toronto all day. TSN, sports, you name it, action movies, football. Guys, this is live, okay? You can't look anywhere else.
So as clearly you can see, this is a little comparison with the Apple TV and obviously the Mia box. The Mia box is one a lot thinner, a lot smaller, again, really light. This, it's a bit heavier. It is light, but you know, it is what it is. Now the pros and cons. Obviously this has an Ethernet cable, so obviously it doesn't matter how fast your Wi-Fi is. Anybody who knows anything about internet, Ethernet cable is obviously going to be a lot faster. It's grounded, vice versa. I'm not going to get into all that. As you can see, you can tell the light that it's on. The Mia box has a little light, not as bright as that. The remotes, the Mia remote is a lot longer, but it feels great in the hand, no problems. They're both really like remotes. The thing I don't obviously like with the Apple TV that you cannot do, you cannot expand the memory at all. And another thing, there is no Spotify on the Apple. That really sucks. So at least with this, you can put Spotify, Google Play, and I'm pretty sure any others you can get your hands on. There's a lot of stuff you can get in depth with this about. There's just more features you can do with this. Gaming, you can put your retro games, all that stuff, and really get into it and get, you know, go back to the throwbacks, as they might say. So this is just a review overall. I'm not saying which one is better. I am an Android person, Android user all day, every day. People for Apple, obviously you're gonna buy into the ecosystem, so it totally makes sense why you would say Apple. But to me, you can't even expand the memory. So yeah, this only comes with 8 gigs, and let's say with all the preloaded stuff, it's about 5.6, 5.7 gigs that's there, but you just pop in a USB, 128, and just like your Android phone, that now USB stick will act as where you can put the other stuff, your games, your photos, vice versa, and all that stuff. And yeah, so that's it. It's just a short review on that, a little comparison. Let me know what you think below. I would love to hear your comments on both of these boxes. I'm definitely going with the Mia box. It's a lot thinner, it's a lot lighter. You can carry this shit anywhere you go, to the cottage, vacation, vice versa. You already know what it is. Thanks for watching, and make sure to comment, subscribe, and have a great day. Peace.